with vegan kittens. That's right.
Yeah.
Or INCK.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're back.
And we're back.
All right. So, Galfine, Pax, and Zug, you have made your way to the Fan Hands building. The shortest trip, and yet the last one we talk about.
Galvin, what are you here for?
Something.
Like
I'm
what?
sensing motive.
I think we know what she's there for. KJ.
I'm not there for kitten jerky.
She is definitely there for something, Zug. Definitely there for something.
That's all he gets off of 16?
I mean, she just said something.
What are you here for?
See if someone's around.
Who are you looking for?
Someone.
Well,
Ooh.
perception. Any suspicious figures around?
Sure. Nope.
Maybe I
No
can
one.
help you
No
find
one's
them.
around. But from your sense motive that you can now apply to when it's supposed to get rolled and not before it's supposed to get rolled, you can guess that she's probably here looking for Burian. That big orcish person that you had encountered before and watched her training with.
Love, exciting, and new.
Galfine, I'm assuming that is what you're on your way there for, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this your boyfriend you're looking for?
Excuse me.
The love orcs.
The one you like to train with?
Yes. The one that I train with.
He's your boyfriend?
No.
Are you sure? Do you want him to be your boyfriend?
Man.
You do! Oh, that's
Aw.
so cute. Want me to help you find him?
Don't you have paperwork to fill out?
Yeah, but the building's open all day.
Go fill out your stupid paperwork.
All right, you guys have arrived at the in the building. Galfine, are you heading in your direction? And well, I guess really the real question is, Pax, where are you heading? Because Zug, I'm assuming you're heading to fill out paperwork.
Yeah.
Okay. Galfine, you're
I'll
heading to
come
see
with.
Burian. You're going with
I
Zug
think
then?
Yeah, I think she wants a little privacy.
Okay. So Zug, you make your way up to the counter. You pretty much know exactly what you're looking for in terms of forms. So they set it down in front of you. Like, you've already filled this out once, so there's no real difficulty in this. But you do realize one really annoying problem here. You signed off as a corporation, and the rest of the party needs to sign off on this paperwork. So you'll have to bring this paper back here once everybody else has signed off on it. Or at the very least, once 3 of you have signed off on it. Oh, what a coincidence. Galfine is here. If only you can get her signature.
Yep. Going
Hey,
going
Galfine,
after
come here.
Galfine.
Galfine
Come
has
back
already
here for a second.
Galfine has already walked off. So we're
I
gonna
scurry after her.
That's fine, but we're gonna jump over to Galfine. Galfine, you make your way into the sparring room, where Burian usually is at this time of day. He is, of course, engaged in sparring with another person, and you notice the very bulky guy standing in his corner, kind of cheering him on this time. The two, he and whoever his opponent is, are engaged in a very heated combat. This is the first time you think you've ever seen Burian having trouble overcoming his opponent. Normally, he's got very little problems, like, eventually taking an opponent down. But here, like, neither of them can seem to land a blow, and when they do, it doesn't seem to be as heavy a blow as it might be against someone like you or many of the rest of the people here. You gonna make your way over to watch from a better vantage point, or are you gonna stay back for a little while?
I'm gonna get a better view.
Okay. So you move on up, and as you are moving up, the bigger guy spots you, and he waves for you to come over to where he is.
I come over.
Ah, you did not forget about your training. Good. Doing well. Burian is fighting one of our others now. They're quite a match for each other.
Others?
Yes. Our group is 4. Me, Burian, the plated one over there, and he gestures to the person that, from this vantage point you notice, the person that Burian is fighting is covered in a lot of plate mail. They have a very large shield on their arm, and in their hand they fight with a rather peculiar looking, like, scimitar. The scimitar seems to have a sort of like bluish glow to it, and whenever Burian comes in with an attack, the scimitar seems to, like, it seems to pull his hand in a way and, like, almost into a position. It seems like more so than him being actively trying to move his body around to positions, it seems more as though he is, like, kind of letting his body be moved around by the gear that he is wearing. Potentially he. You can't, it's hard to tell in plate mail what the gender of someone is. Our 4th, it's not much of a surprise if you don't see him. He prefers to keep it that way. He's probably around here somewhere. It is at this point that Zug and Pax, you would enter the room and notice Galfine standing next to a rather colossal-looking orc. And Galfine is watching Burian and a heavily, like, metal-clad fighter go toe-to-toe, and almost all of the room is standing around kind of watching the event as it happens. So it's a little difficult to see what's going on, but you can make out brief glances of it.
Yeah, I'm looking to observe whatever's happening.
Okay. You can kind of move your way in. Give me a what do we kind of call this here? You're trying to get into a smaller area. Give me either, like, an escape artist or a diplomacy or I don't know, something to kind of get your way in there. Because it's rather tight. You are shorter, so it's a little bit easier for you. People will give you a little bit of leeway. Okay. Yeah, you kind of slip your way in through it. Pax, what are you going to do?
I want to go up by Galfine.
Okay. You wander over to Galfine directly.
And I tug on her shirt and say, "Hey, I found you."
The big
What you
guy kind of
watching?
looks down and over. Who are you?
I'm Galfie's friend.
She's a member of my group.
We're buddies.
I assume not your fighter.
I'm a lover.
Your what? Her lover?
No, a lover.
A lover?
Yeah.
You're a lover of hers?
Not
No.
of hers.
Galfina only has eyes for one.
And
You're-
that's no one.
And what's your role in the group?
Oh, I'm a bard. I do performances.
Ah. It's not often we see groups of bards anymore. often thought to be kind of a worthless role in most groups.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't know. They seemed like having me around.
Well, they must be keeping you around for something.
Oh man!
I get
this
that you're
guy-
trying to be very negative, but it doesn't really bother me.
I'm not trying to be negative. I think you're misunderstanding me. I'm trying to say that nowadays it is a rare thing to see bards with parties because bards usually don't have the combat prowess. They don't have access to the spell bread, the spell bread that other,
You know-
like, wizardy types do, and they're not particularly good at staying hidden.
It was pretty cool. I've been able to prevent combat through performances and my charisma.
Prevent combat? What form
Yeah.
of party do you have?
A cool one. We're pretty epic.
You're epic. And what epic things have you done?
I mean, we've defeated werewolves. We've uncovered demonic seance rooms. We've done lots of things.
Oh, you're responsible for the demon discovery in House Blade, are you?
Yeah.
Interesting. Good job, Galfine. You didn't mention that yet.
I didn't get to it.
Burian will be most pleased to hear that.
Oh, will he?
Is this all of your troop? Just you and the bard, or what else do you got? I don't
bards.
suppose maybe you're running around with a whole quartet of bards?
Yes!
That would be so
No.
cool.
No. There's a magic-y person, and then there's another fighter with us.
That's it?
Wow.
Oh.
Another
Oh.
fighter with us.
Thanks for leaving me out, Gal.
Dude.
Well, right now you are not visible on the screen, so...
That's
Some
true.
of my ears are burning.
And then there's also the cleric.
Oh,
There we
good.
go.
You have a cleric.
Also the cleric. You know.
Is it a battle cleric?
Gal.
Like ours? And he gestures out to the ironclad person. I can assume that means it's not.
I am definitely not a battle cleric.
No.
Yeah.
Your group sounds highly ineffective in combat.
Impressive. We're all still around, aren't
Not
we?
wrong.
I suppose that is true. But we have the bard who wants to talk their way out of combat with the fighter and the wizard and the cleric.
Yep,
Hmm.
that about sums it up.
Very confusing what the fam hands are grouping together lately.
Yeah.
You see, I think that most things can be solved by punching them out of the way.
Yeah, that's not really a great approach.
That's not. Oh my gosh. I almost blurted out something.
One can achieve most of their goals with a fist against a face.
Shit.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
So you want to be the fist or the face?
After a bit of this conversation, Burian manages to finally land a blow that takes down the heavily armored person. Who a few moments later, then you see the circle glow, and the person gets up, and the two of them come forward towards the larger guy, and towards Galfine and Pax. Ah, it's pleasant to see you today, Galfine.
It's a circle of life.
Yeah.
I hope everything went well in whatever it was you were working on the last few days. Good.
Hi,
Hello, whom is this?
my name's Pat.
Get this! She's a bard! Burian shrugs.
You want to hear me play?
Not at the moment. Do you perform somewhere regularly?
Yeah, I'm at the cantina a few nights a week.
Which one? The one that is adjacent to the unaligned territory, or the one near House Narrative?
Yeah.
Most Eisley.
I'll attempt to see you there at some point in the near future.
I can do piccolo and ukulele, but not at the same time.
I would say that would be very impressive if you could do both.
Maybe someday.
Why are you treating this bard all nice?
Oh man, this guy's a hero.
Why wouldn't I? She doesn't punch anything! Not everything has to be solved with punching.
This guy needs an attitude adjustment.
Is John Bolton working in this guy? I had to find a political figure, Steve. I had to find a political figure.
I mean, I would agree. The person in the armor removes their helmet, and their hair kind of drops out behind it, and reveals a sort of gaunt, elvish face beneath it. We really would love to see him just calm down a little bit. He could learn quite a bit from a person like you, honestly. Perhaps we should find a day where you're performing and your music might finally soothe him. Though he's not allowed into the bar without special gloves on.
Not allowed in the bar without special gloves or to be
That's
drinking.
concerning.
Yes, he was rather violent with a few patrons, and he doesn't quite know his own strength. I know my own strength, thank you.
This is what happens if you don't have kitten jerky at the ready.
True.
When did you jump on the kitten jerky bandwagon, you blank page? All I see is your hand.
Here I am.
So Galfine, I assume that things went well?
Yeah. As well as they could have gone for the situation, I suppose.
I assume that since you're back now, and there's suddenly an influx of House Blade members and word of something about demons, that perhaps you were involved in it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Interesting. Getting Burian's tone all wrong. Very annoyed. Too many voices at the same time.
You should get that checked out, sweetie.
I think Billy would sound like it's rotten. Too many demons in House Blade.
That is definitely not his tone.
Hey, Galfina, you want some kitten jerky? It's quite the cracket.
Well, I must say I'm rather impressed. First of all, to meet a bard. It's been a while since we've seen bards that actually have worked with a group. Typically, they like to sort of stick to their own stuff. There's actually a group of them running around somewhere. At least legend has it. Do you have some time? I'd like to see if your skill is improved. Then, if you've had a run-in with a demon.
I mean, I am here because I had the day off, so...
Excellent. Would your... I'm sorry, Pax, are you her fan club as well?
Yeah.
Would you like to cheer her on? If I may. I don't know why perhaps you're here, unless you wanted to spar as well. I could take on the both of you if you'd like.
No, I think I'm good on the sideline.
Okay. Zug, are you going to approach at any point here to get the signature? Or are you just going to hang back and kind of watch?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay.
I forgot all about the signature.
Okay. So, Pax, you can get 2 sparring. Let me bring...
Oh, whoa,
Oh.
shit. Pax is sparring
I'm sorry.
now.
Galfine. Yes,
That's a
Pax
new
get to
development.
sparring.
Pax spars with Burian while Galfine cheers her on.
Yeah, and Pax is now dead.
Alright, Galfine. As usual, he will allow you to go first. He wants to see if your skills have improved.
Alright.
Powered kill.
Which one should I go with?
Probably your biggest one.
The poisoned one.
Isn't that technically the non-lethal?
Yeah. You don't need to deal lethal.
You
True.
shouldn't deal lethal.
Well,
to
the
him.
circles will stop you from killing somebody. Oh, jeez, that's a high save. Let's see. So that is a hit. Or no, I'm sorry. That is... Yeah, it's a hit because he has not acted. He's giving you the first one free. So that's going to hit him for 12.
Go, Gelfine,
I'm going
go!
to bring his mini down so I can track his hit points a little easier.
You're doing great!
Go, Goffin, go.
Go, Gelfie, go! Go, Gelfie, go!
Other people are asking you not to actually cheerlead.
Too late!
He did say you're here to cheer Galfin on, right? I mean, it is a fair cop.
Exactly.
Okay. And he is actually going to be shaken, I believe, right? Let me look how Dazzling Display works again.
Give me a G.
Not Dazzling Display, I'm sorry. What was it called? Enforcer.
Enforcer.
You got a save versus death
Oh,
versus
whoops.
Enforcer DC.
Well, I just put it into the...
Let's see. Demoralize. 10
Ooh.
plus hit die plus wisdom. So he is shaken. So he will be at a minus.
Yeah,
What shaken word?
because I'm immortal.
And if you hit him with another one,
Yeah,
you
he is
eat brain.
He is at -2 to his attacks. As he is a bit surprised and unnerved, but he will try to attack back.
Inform.
Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Okay. That's annoying that the effect is not there. Alright, then it is back to you.
You can do it!
Oh geez, these are some really good rolls. 26 is a hit for 13.
Wow. Was that Galfin that did the 13?
Yeah.
Man,
Galfine
you're
is
knocking his lights out.
tearing them up. He is going to try again. Is a 25 hit.
Yeah.
Alright, that is for 9, and
That is
we hit
nice.
his Intimidate. And a 23 is better than 10 plus your hit die plus your Wisdom modifier. So
Ooh.
you are also shaken. You are also at a -2 to attack.
Lovely.
You are both very unnerved by the combat, as both of you actually feel threatened this time. Feel free to return a volley. Wow. You were just on it. That is another hit. for 11.
Phew.
You've improved quite significantly, but I'm not going down this easy.
Good.
Jesus, he's rolling poorly. He does hit for 10. Alright. He's hurting. Can you finish him off?
Put him in the dead book.
He won't die. Whitney will fall asleep, but...
Nice.
Yep.
17 is a miss.
Damn.
The opportunity he was hoping for.
Uh-oh.
Does a 29 hit?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 14.
Wow.
You're getting the crap beat out of you.
I'm only at -7 now.
Alright, and
Negative
you go
7.
down. You will be filled back up to full. And he will reach down and give you a hand getting back up. That was a lot more impressive than before. I was a little worried there. You might get me. You're improving quite substantially. Shall we spar for a little bit? Pax, do you need anything from her? We'll probably be at this for a little while.
Yeah, there's a paper we need you to sign.
A paper?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Zud can explain it.
Where is he?
Zud, come here.
You both want to give me a perception? I just want to see Galfine roll another, 0%. Yep.
Oh, I have to put this computer
Well,
back.
doesn't look like Zug's here.
You bust out your sketchbook to quickly sketch up what Zug looks like.
This is what Zug looks like, Brian. Have you seen him? I can make a masterwork quality drawing, but I can't see where my own teammates.
He's right over there.
Yeah. Zug, do you want to give me a stealth? Or I don't even know if
Yup.
you can roll that high, but...
Because you can't look down, Zog. You just refuse to look down below your chin.
Nice.
Oh, wow. So she just barely manages to pick you out of the crowd. You hear your name spoken, and you, try to slip back a little bit, but you can feel, people's legs are, still kind of pushing you back forward. But you manage to slip in a little bit, but she still managed to say, "He's right there."
Alright, I'll head over with the paper.
Okay. And whom is this? Oh, I remember you. Wait. You did encounter him as he was walking out of there, right?
I think he failed to sneak behind Burian. If
Yes.
I'm remembering correctly.
I do believe that was the case. I remember you. You're the party's... Wait, you don't... Your party didn't have a rogue, you said. So you're... What are you?
My ears are burning.
Spellcaster.
Excellent. What's your favorite spell?
Burning Hands.
I've seen that lay waste to quite a few.
A few buildings
Good
too.
stuff.
So you have some paperwork for her to sign. I'm sorry. I'll step out of the way for a moment. Just
Alright, I'm
curious.
pointing to the spots that need to be signed.
Okay.
I'll sign that.
All right. Pax, did you already sign it?
Yep.
Okay. So are you going to hang out and watch the sparring for a little bit, or is there other
No,
stuff
I
you want
wanna-
to get done?
I want to get the paperwork done so I can go help Meg with her mission work.
Okay. All right, so you have enough signatures now, Zug, to bring it up there. You have a quorum effective enough. So you bring the document up. They let you know they'll process the document, and This should be recognized by the time you finish your next mission. So Pax, you're gonna go meet up with Meg. You're gonna go try to find Meg. You can do that using your bottle messaging back and forth a bit. Harcourt, what is your plan?
Well, apparently, since it's late, is this?
It's now daytime.
So it is daytime.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that was last night?
No, this is during this day, but you came out of here and it was nighttime and now it's day.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to my apartment because I have no idea where anybody else is.
Okay. You can head back to your apartment. When you arrive there, there is a note on your door.
What does this note say? I open it gleefully.
You open up the note, and the note just simply says, "Find me."
Go into my room and open my book.
You open up the book, and you notice that as you open the book, that note has disappeared off of your bed. Because presumably you grab the book, open up the book, throw the note down, and the note is gone.
Okay. While I'm looking through the book, I am going to focus on candor.
Okay.
Particularly something written with his name on it.
All right. Give me a UMD.
1 UMD. Sucking up on that.
That's not bad. Give me an intel check to go along with it, and a perception.
1 intel check. How'd I do?
Excellent.
And a perception?
Yep.
Where I botch it.
That's fine. You don't necessarily need the perception. The intel check, like you're flipping through the book and you're like, there's got to be something in here that has his name on it, and you're not seeing it. So you just decide to like blindly like punch your hand into the book, like you have so many times before, and you can feel your fingers grip around something, and you're like, "Ra savant!"
Wow.
Ra savant.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And your memory finally fires off.
Excellent. Now I need to go find some place to fire this off into the air where nobody sees me shoot it.
And where you don't inadvertently kill people. Alright, so I'll let you think that through for a minute, and we will jump over to Zug. Once you filled out the paperwork, what did you want to take care of?
Heading to my room.
Okay. You get up to your room.
I'll detect magic on the letter.
Okay. The letter is magical. It is some form of... go ahead and give me a spellcraft, I'm sorry. Technically, you do have to spellcraft to identify. Okay. It is some form of abjuration and evocation. Not abjuration. Some form of transmutation and evocation. You assume that the transmutation is probably some kind of marking spell that exists underneath it, and that the evocation spell is probably some method of having the letter destroy itself once it's been decoded.
Alright, and then, I comprehend languages on it.
Okay. When you cast the comprehend languages, I will still need a intel check to try to decipher this. Okay. So you're staring at it for a bit. How long? Comprehend languages is 10 minutes? So you can...
30 minutes.
Okay. So you can probably make 3 or 4 more attempts at this. It's going to get progressively, if you continue to do it during the same day, though, it will get progressively more difficult. So each of these will be a +1 to the DC when you attempt to check it. So if you want to reattempt, go ahead. Still not enough? Nope. Okay, you get it right there, and actually right on the money. You're like looking through the letter, and you're like, okay, I can see like what they're going for with the characters here. It makes sense. You can see like underneath each of the letters, there's an additional letter that's been kind of written on there with arcane markings. And you realize then that the arcane marks correspond to the character on top, and they're supposed to like blend together and form a letter, which then that letter you can convert using an old communications method that you and your team used to use when sending back messages. The message reads, Blade is irrelevant to the plan. In fact, Blade is problematic to the plan if your discovery yields bigger problems. Whoa. Is the AC on?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. If you find yourself able to focus on causing problems for Blade, that will open doors for us. And if we see enough changes in Blade, you can look forward to quite a reward if you check in with some old friends at your last place of business.
It said cause problems for Blade?
Yes. You and I really need to do your solo session at some point, because it will help fill in some of the details here. Alright, anything else you want to do from there?
I mean, yeah, I want to buy some good locks for the door.
Okay. Alright, I will jump back to that in just a moment. Meg and Galfi, or Meg and Pax. Meg?
I tried to find Meg, but she never got back to me.
Uh-oh.
I sent her a message in the bottle, but I didn't hear back, so I didn't go. I didn't know where to go.
I'm worried Meg has fallen asleep.
Yeah, Meg's probably tired. I'm tired too. It's been a long morning.
Alright, well, we will, I guess, deal with that at the start of the next session.
Mag!
Charles?
Hmm?
It's yours and Pax's turn.
Oh boy, I'm back on the scene.
Meg, I sent you a message in the bottle.
Oh, I'm checking the bottle. Hey there, I want to help out. Where can I find you? Where am I?
Right now you are on your way to... You're following along a couple of clerics who are on their way over to the unaligned territory. There's sort of like an area just outside of the town, just outside of the trading post, where when people have been orphaned, they go to meet and try to figure out where they're going. a lot of these people are arriving today, and so the clerics are taking you there to try to aid them in finding some place to stay and some means of getting food.
It's a restaurant down the street where hungry people like to eat. No, it is a. Well, I typed something, then I realized I didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
So it's just outside the unaligned territory. I sent her a message. It's just outside the unaligned territory where
Say near the
people
trading
who have
post.
lost their way can find a place to live. Okay, near the trading post.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Simple
gonna head
enough.
that way.
Okay. So you can manage to find your way to where they eventually end up. When the two of you arrive, you notice there are about a dozen and a half people. All of them, look very confused and dejected. They have nothing to them but their pants and their shirt. Some of them don't even have any footwear. They've had to walk here barefoot, and
Do they
many
have
of them,
really fancy? Sorry.
many of them look rather dirty.
Ugh.
The clerics rush over, and the first thing, of course, they do is they grab a couple of nearby buckets, and they run a little bit of create water and start kind of cleaning them out. And then once they feel once they feel like they've got them clean enough, they fill them with water and then hand them out to people, to sort of, and give them like cloths and allow them to wash up. They gesture for the two of you to come over and help them do the same.
Okay.
They say that the food supplies should be here shortly. It does end up taking a little bit of time, though. The Dryad territory shipments are often a little slower, but they should be here in the next hour or so. So the two of you can help, administer buckets, help people get cleaned up. Shortly
Pack
after that.
snack. Once the food arrives, I can help pack snacks.
Yes. The Dryad cart arrives, and it is a very small cart, but it is piloted by a friend of yours.
Is it Harcourt?
No, it is piloted by one of the Dryads, or one of the people from Dryad that Pax knows.
Hey! Who is this?
This is a different friend of yours by the name of... One sec. My
Go on.
name generator out here. Let's see what he is.
Pancake Brady.
That is a great name, and I hope it's that so much.
No.
Damn. Why can't it be Pancake?
It is Twinkle Mist.
Wow, that's no Pancake Brady, that's for sure.
Hey, TM, how you doing?
Ah, it's nice to see you.
You too. I'm not used to seeing you around these parts.
I'm not used to being here except but once in a while. This is quite an unusual arrangement. There are a lot of people here, and I did not bring enough food. We'll have
Do
to
you
make
want me
good
to
on it.
go? Do you want me to help you go get more?
We didn't allocate the supply properly, so we won't have more until later this evening. In the meantime, let's try to do what we can for these people. We've got enough here, we should be able to at least make sure some of them get fed. It will be most fun, though.
I'm up for it.
You don't... He looks at you and is a little confused at why you had a momentary reaction of confusion when they said fun. Do you not find helping people to be fun?
I find it to be fulfilling, but it's hard when we don't have the resources we need to really help everyone. That makes it more challenging.
We can always make the resources. He reaches down and scoops up a handful of berries, and he waves his hand over the berries, and for a moment they shimmer. He says, "These will be a meal for quite a few of them. If I had a few more spells, perhaps I could do better."
Those berries are pretty good.
That's cool.
And he gives
Can you?
he gives what he has of the berries to each of those people, and when the people eat it, they say they feel pretty full.
Can you teach me how to do that kind of spell?
Um,
I think it could help a lot of goblins.
I'm not sure. Your magic sometimes seems very different than mine, and I'm not quite sure that what I do will quite correspond the same way you do what you do, you know?
What if we hold hands and close our eyes and squeeze them real tight, and then you try and transfer?
Perhaps we can try that another time, but right now, we should probably make sure these people get fed.
You just fed all of them.
I fed 5 of them. There are quite a few more than 5. I'm not particularly good at counting, but I know for certain that it's more than 5.
Oh,
You just said you fed everybody, but okay, fine.
I didn't.
Let's keep going.
He's able to do it one more time and feed another, in this case, we'll say another 3 people, because I can't find the D4 in here. There it is. Let's see if I'm right. No, 1 less. And whom is this friend here of yours? I noticed that you are not quite like the rest of the clerics of Shishop that are normally here.
It says Meg the Magnificent.
Thank you. I like
Excuse
that.
me?
Harcourt, while you are on your way back, you would run into them like just a ways off the road, and you would probably overhear Meg being referred to as the Magnificent.
From a distance, I scream, "That's not his name!"
Her name. Don't misgender people, Harcourt. Rude.
They call him by the right name!
My lord, get out of here, bully.
My name is Meg the Magnificent.
I said!
No.
I
How do
can't
I
hear.
turn his volume down? He's so loud.
You keep shouting as you get closer and closer.
That's
As
a
I get
friend.
closer, I just put my hand over my mouth, but I continue shouting. I am Harcourt the Magnificent. You're not the Magnificent. Pick another word.
I don't believe you own the word magnificent.
Oh, I'm
sir.
pretty sure. Give me a moment to see if I can take and find the paperwork. And I reach into my pocket and I pull out a piece of paper. I flash it quickly and go, "See? It's right here." Where's that bluff?
I'm gonna do a sense motive.
Yep.
I'm calling shenanigans. Hardcore trying to.
Don't beat it. Don't beat it. Don't beat it.
Hold on.
Don't beat it. Don't beat it because it was crap.
That's awesome.
It was only 5, it's fine.
Come on.
Did you lose track of your sense motive?
Yeah, hold on. I found it.
Yes!
Did I actually not beat his sense motive?
So technically, you don't really want to believe it, so you would get the +5 bonus for that. So you're skeptical. You're very skeptical that what he's saying is true.
I don't think that's likely that you own the term Hardcore the Magnificent. However, if you help me pick a nom de guerre right now, I'll stop using magnificent. Why don't you help?
You can go with another M word. How about Maleficent? That sounds similar.
Magnanimous.
We'll go with Magda Magnanimous. We'll definitely
Magnanimous. I like magnanimous. Yes.
We are definitely not going with Maleficent. Thank you.
Just say it. It sounds the same.
I may be an oracle, but I'm not an idiot. Sort of. While you're here correcting everyone, why not join us in the fun?
Help
Harcourt,
some people out.
Harcourt, this would be before you've managed to do your stuff with the book, so it's up to you whether or not you want to help out or if you want to.
No, I can. Yeah, I look around at all the dirty people washing themselves in the magical water, being fed through mysticism. I'm going, exactly what am I going to be doing here? Because I don't know about you, but I can't fart good berries.
Well, we weren't planning on doing that.
You can help unload the order.
Yeah.
Put stuff away.
You could tell us fantastic tales if your travels abroad.
I can entertain you with bad card tricks. How about that?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't see that as a loss.
All right, let me show you how bad these card tricks are.
Oh no, we're gonna see him now.
Pulls out 2 decks of cards, mind you. He does this fancy flourish and mixes them together, pulls them back apart, and then they're all in the same order. Well, like they're in proper order, I mean.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I didn't know you were so talented.
Well, I get it from my mother's side of the father's family.
I would think you would get it from the father's side of the mother's family.
No, didn't know him.
Yeah. Didn't know that, Ma. So we're waiting on a truckload of food, correct, Stavo?
There's another truckload of food that will be here, but it'll be here much later in the day. But even still, like, even with him talking, you're still able to, like, keep your like, selves going and dealing with getting what food you can to these people.
All right. So these were all former Blade employees, am I correct?
These were all former members of House Blade, and all of them were tried for being linked to. Were tried, and there was evidence found of them being linked to the goings on at Al's.
Should we do a clothing drive or something?
Is Harcourt gonna stick around while this is happening, or is he gonna slip out?
I am. I'm gonna wander amongst the crowds and do magic tricks for, and then slowly wander off.
All right.
Very slowly.
Oh, hardcore. What would
Hardcore.
Try to hardcore. I know I'm supposed to be trying to gather some information on House Blade and what went down. I don't know if this is the correct question. Are these the kind of people that they would want me to be investigating, or were they referring to more?
No, they're referring to people who might have some information. Even if these people are linked to the stuff with Al, most of these people are going to be like low-level thugs that were just going out stealing things.
Oh yeah.
These people are going to have almost nothing for information related to that.
They're Gygax NPCs. My name is Goodly Goodwife, and I don't know Dick.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
These are just the poor saps who got caught in an operation. Probably had nothing to do with the bigger picture.
It's yeah, you know. That's why I like to stick to doing the right thing, because you don't end up in trouble.
Okay.
Moral lessons with Meg.
Based on what time it is, I think this is where we're going to wrap up for the night.
All right.
The cat is being extra annoying at this point, but
I got a couple of hours of shopping to go.
Let's hand out some XP for tonight.
What happened? Oh, the cat?
No, the headphones.
Oh.
Looks like.
I was gonna say, XP is that exciting?
Yes.
It is.
XP, it's where it's at, y'all.
Alright, so I'm going to give everybody tonight 200 XP for role-playing. Feel like everybody did a really good job. lot of staying in character. As far as clever ideas go, Tom, I'm going to give you 50 for thinking that you should double check to make sure everything was in order on the bureaucracy stuff. Because otherwise that would have resulted in you guys not being properly paid.
Oh, that would have been a fucking bump.
Yep. Charles, were you planning on visiting the church with your problem before Whitney had said something?
No, honestly, it was Whitney's idea.
Okay, so Whitney, 50 XP for the idea of having Charles go visit the church.
Meg.
Yes, Meg.
Ah, that's all right.
I'm going to give this to you now so I don't forget about it, Galfine, but you haven't gotten to why this is a clever idea, but going to see Burian will be a clever idea, so 50 XP for that.
Is it an arranged marriage thing, Steve?
No.
No.
It better not be.
And Harcourt, you're going to get 100 XP for managing to remember Kandor's name.
Yay! I'm smeared.
Now, herein lies one of the problems we have. So, Harcourt, you are going to be out for the next 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
And then the week, let me look at the calendar here real quick. So you're out definitely the 14th and the 21st, right?
Double check. Double check.
Okay.
Grab my
That's what you've
calendar.
said for the last month.
I know. But
Yeah, it's better
sometimes I
just
forget
to.
things.
Yep.
I mean, the 14th I will be in Florida.
Okay.
The 21st we're coming home, so I can't guarantee it because I don't know if I'll be home by 7.
Okay. That's fine. We'll plan around the idea that you're not going to be here, but for the next 2 weeks we're going to continue on,
No
and
way.
you're going to be during those 2 weeks working on trying to figure out how you can find where Kandor is. So we'll wrap that up.
Shoot him with the arrow.
Yes, but you have to.
With a "I'm sorry" note attached to it.
And hope you don't hit for large enough amounts of damage. So you'll be working on that. So when you come back, so you will be back on the 28th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I should be home by 7 o'clock. That.
Does anybody have anything going on the 28th?
Yes. It is my last day before I leave. I gotta do my prep. My prep. My evil trip.
Does that mean that you will not be available?
Actually, you know what? I probably can be available. I take that back. I probably will be available.
Okay. So then everybody should be here for the 28th. In the meantime, we are still going forward with the 14th and the 21st. And then the week after that, I will not be available because I will be out of town. So...
I will also be out of town.
Yes, but for different reasons.
I'm hanging out with Steve.
That would have been 2 years ago.
I know. No,
Or
I mean
last
I'm
year.
gonna-
No, last year.
Yeah.
I mean you're just gonna turn around and there I will be.
Well, would explain why hotels are as high as they are in St. Louis that weekend. So.
Oh. It's because they're so happy to get somebody.
But yeah, we are out for the night then.
All
I will
right.
see you guys next time. Bye.
Fun game, guys. Have a